Hello, my name is Miss Emily Sally Crawford. I am a transgender woman from Georgia, and Today I am running Microsoft Multiplan 4.0 for 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 the MS DOS and the PC DOS. Today I am running on Virtual Box 5.2 because the later bus bot don't work, don't do that well on my computer. What is Microsoft Multiplan? Microsoft Multiplan started out in 1981. Its code name is electronic paper. So in 1981, Microsoft made it so it can compete with Busy Busy Cow, and Busy Cow is a popular spreadsheet at the time. Uh, it was it was the first killer app for the IBM PC. Um, Busy Cow was an Apple II, the CPM computers in the mid uh, early and late 70s, early 80s, Apple II. Uh, and then when Multipan came along, um, it it created it really created by two guys from Microsoft, really Doug Conkler and Charles McConey. Charles McConey first started out the first started out as the application division of Microsoft. So actually, Multipan was Microsoft's first application for the MS DOS. Other than that, Microsoft cash cow at the time was Microsoft Basic and popular uh, MS DOS operating system and Synapse. Other than that, um, Other than that, Microsoft really didn't have any applications. So, other than that, Microsoft really didn't have no applications. So, this is the first application for um, for the MS DOS computer, for the CPM, for the Apple II. Uh, you know, even for Lisa. CNETs had a multipans. Um, CNETs, Apple II had a multipan. CPM had a multipan. And there was multipan was ported 80 types of computers. At the time, um, at the time, um, there was another application will become so popular, and it not Multipan, you know. Multipan, it was a success story. It was a Microsoft success story. It did well in the CPM computers, but eventually it got killed in the PC. And this, well, it did not do that well in the PC, but it first came out in 1982. The first, the first Multipan came out in the first Microsoft Multipan came out in 1982 by IBM. So this is an IBM OEM version of Multipan. today you see me wearing Multiplan on setup. So, or to set up Multiplan, you got to go on setup. And the problem with setup, it do not set up all of the setup files and or the sample files that you need to run Multiplan. To what is a sample file is, uh, before that, Multiplan was the first application to start a, a what it called a setup file or a sample file. Multiplan was the first one to start the help file, and this what I'm gonna talk about. Windows. The earliest Windows is based on Multiplan. Multiplan would start a the menu is bottom of the screen. To run a Multiplan menu, you must use what they call a command line. And the command line, it gives you a list of commands, and you only got to do it by the shift key. And I think it was effective enough because Microsoft Word went on the bottom of the screen. The interface manager, the earliest one, had the command line bottom of the screen, and the bottom of the screen you see a command line. Today I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna talk about how did Multiplan did. Multiplan was a modest success story. It like you ever heard Microsoft Word for DOS? Why Microsoft Word for DOS, like Multiplan, they was not number one. Multiplan was like number 2 or number 3 in the application for the PC. And I actually kind of say I like Multiplan, I like Microsoft Multiplan. I think in the end, like Bill Gates said, running Multiplan on 80 computers while Lotus, now I'm talking about Lotus 123. Lotus 123 was a bestseller. It was the killer app that everybody wanted at that time. Most computers were based on business. A lot of people don't know this. Most people have a computer not for gaming. Now, the gamers are for the kids, the application for the adults, and to run a business application. That was Lotus 123 came in. And it would come Microsoft mistake. That what Microsoft said. And I kind of agree. I think they should have did Multiplan for the PC. I think they should have did it for the PC, and that should have been it. Microsoft Word, and once Microsoft figured this out, when it came to Microsoft Word, Microsoft File, Microsoft they really focused on the PC. Cause at the time the PC was the computer that you want to have. And it was the highest thing. Everybody had an IBM PC. It was the highest thing. It was the most dominant computer. I think probably one of the most dominant computer of all time. The IBM PC started a trend. So when it comes down to Multiplan, and Multiplan, I do like the interface, the menu screen or bottom or the screen. It have a command line, and Microsoft Word would use Multiplan. Microsoft Word will use Microsoft Multiplan bottom of the screen. And today, you can actually use the one command. And Multiplan 4.0 have the one command. It also have the Windows command. And these commands were seen in early Windows called the Interface Manager. The Interface Manager is the Interface Manager was the early version of Windows. It actually based on Multiplan, and I think Word for DOS is based on Multiplan, and majority of Microsoft product was Multiplan. So the trend carried on with Multiplan, you know. Multiplan, by it being a modern success story, it was Microsoft killer app, I can say. It was Microsoft killer application, you know. That before Excel. Excel, and when Microsoft put Excel, they kind of banned Multiplan. But even so, Multiplan was in Mac, and they had the Multiplan in the Mac, and actually the early version of Microsoft, actually the early version of Windows had Microsoft Multiplan, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Multiplan, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Chart, and actually the early form of Windows. They added together. They took Microsoft Word, Multiplan, Microsoft Chart, put it all together at a form of what they call back in them days Interface Manager, what we call Windows. And I don't think these were actually Windows, or they called Windows at the time. At the time it was called Interface Manager. Then they changed it to Windows. So Phil, the guy who wrote the article, most people call that Byte Magazine build of Windows 1.0. So the early version of Windows 1.0 was based on Multiplan. Right now, you can run Multiplan on a keyboard, or you can run it on a mouse. Today, today I didn't film no mouse samples. I mean, no file samples go with Multiplan, because I had a copy over the screen and I had time to just film it on that. And I'm using, so when I film it by using VirtualBox. They got a film recorder, so I just film record it on VirtualBox. Right now I'm using the Windows command, and the Windows command change the colors on the screen, and that's how the interface manager is. If you want to change the colors, you can change the colors on the screen. All you do go on Windows and Paint. And Multiplan is easy to use. Right now I got a red screen on Multiplan. It's very easy to use. Multiplan is got online help button. You can run commands. You also can run Microsoft short files. You can run files on Multiplan. It got a one button. It got at tunnel button. It got a lot of commands. It very easy to use, and I actually like Multiplan. I actually like Microsoft Word for DOS, Microsoft Multiplan. I actually like Microsoft Chart for DOS, and I actually like the menu bottom or the down of the screen. A lot of people don't like it, having menus bottom of the screen, but I actually like it. That was Microsoft way having menus. The early version of Windows had a menu down the screen, and this menu is typing up. And Alpha, what Alpha is, you enter the text on Alpha. A lot of people don't know what Alpha is. Alpha, you just enter the text, and I did enter Microsoft Notepad for 4.0 for DOS, and enter a text, and put the text on the cell. So before I go, I'm gonna do a part 2 video. It's gonna have Microsoft sample files. You can run Microsoft Word. You can run Microsoft Mouse, and Multiplan got mouse, but I didn't put the mouse in Multiplan, so I got go install a mouse and put it on Multiplan. So how did Multiplan do? It did pretty well on CPM. It was a modest success story on. It was a modest success story on the PC. It actually, I would say, it did pretty well on the PC, but not really. It really put Microsoft, cause they really want the killer app. They really want to go to be dominant, and Multiplan was not the way. The way was Excel, and Microsoft finally learned from the mistake, and the mistake was Bill Gates said Multiplan was good, but the problem was we should have focused on the PC version of Multiplan. We should have Multiplan for MS-DOS and Windows, and for the Mac. And Microsoft, it took them a while to understand the mistake. But other than that, Microsoft Multiplan was pretty good. It had a lot of criticisms back in the day, but you could actually run. I think you could run Business Command on Multiplan. And it's a pretty good application. It was the first application. It was Microsoft's first application for the MS-DOS computers. It was Microsoft's first application for the CPM, Apple. It ran on business computers. It was Microsoft's first serious application, you would say. And then they changed it to a sale, and I don't know why they changed it to a sale. I guess they want to be dominant. I guess they ditched the name Multiplan. So, I'm talking about Multiplan. So, this is my first commentary on Multiplan.